welcome back to the channel. Hello if you are new. Today I'm bringing you a review and swatches on the brand new Makeup Revolution Chilled eyeshadow palette. If you guys missed my 3 looks 1 palette video featuring this eyeshadow palette right here, I'll make sure to link that below in the description box and also in the card, and you can click on that if you missed that. This video is just going to be my thoughts, the pros and cons, my thoughts on this palette, and swatches as well. So if you are interested to learn more about this eyeshadow palette, then definitely keep watching. Let's get into the review. So let's talk about the palette, what it includes, the packaging, and up close look at all of the shades. So this palette retails for $15. This is a new collection that Makeup Revolution just recently released. I believe there's also like a mascara and a couple other products as well, but I mainly wanted this for the eyeshadow colors. So in this eyeshadow palette you do get 18 eyeshadows, great variety of shimmers and mattes, and there's also 3 pressed glitters. This eyeshadow palette is cruelty-free and vegan-friendly as well. This eyeshadow palette also claims to have cannabis, sativa, seed oil in the eyeshadows to give it a more hydrating, nourishing feel. That's some information about the palette. The packaging is really nice. It's actually this sort of tin-like hard case material on the outside. Has this really beautiful kind of rainbow effect with the leaves all over the front and the back. When you open up the palette, it has a really nice full-size mirror, and I also like how this locks into place. Has these 2 little notches on the side and just sort of snaps shut. So let's go ahead and jump into the swatches. I just swatched these on bare skin with my finger, no primer or anything. Alright, let's start with the first row. We have Hybrid and Goddess, which those are the 2 of the 3 pressed glitters. And then we have Dope, Plant, Acapulco, and Calm. Alright, let's move on to the next row. We have Huff, Leaf, Bud, which is the other pressed glitter, Candyland, Sativa, and Cool. And then moving on to the final row, we have Natural, Haze, Mist, Burn, Relax, and Exhale. So those were all 18 eyeshadows swatched out. I hope that was somewhat helpful. Some of these do not swatch the greatest. I'll be the first to admit that. So the things I do like about this palette, first of all, I think the packaging is really nice. It's very colorful. It's very out there. The color story is so pretty. I love the greens in here. I definitely think there's some really unique shades in here, and you can do so many different looks. This look right here was one of the 3 looks I did in my other video, 3 looks 1 palette, so definitely check that out if you guys want to see how I did this look. Exhale and Sativa. Such unique colors, like a pinky toned, like intense foiled shade, and then Sativa has this like beautiful purple, cool tonedness to it. I'm really bad at describing colors today. I realize that not everyone is going to be into this sort of packaging. This is something that is sort of trending right now, if you haven't noticed, if you've been living under a rock. But the whole, you know, cannabis, like oils, CBD oils, every brand and company is coming out with makeup infused products, and also like makeup, skincare. Elf Cosmetics just recently released like a cannabis type oil skincare line. So everyone's sort of jumping on the bandwagon with that trend right now. I don't really know if there's any major health benefits to putting that type of oil in eyeshadow palettes. I personally don't mind it. I think the packaging is actually really pretty. I personally don't smoke, but I'm not like against it. So this may not be everyone's cup of tea. I totally get it. I get you. I get you. But I think it's really a fun palette. I think the color scheme is really fun and playful. So a couple of things I wanted to mention that I don't like about the palette. First of all, I'm not a fan of pressed glitters. I don't like pressed glitters in eyeshadow palettes. I would rather use a loose pigment or just a foiled eyeshadow and not have to worry about glitter glue. I did use the shade Hybrid, which I feel like this one is more finely milled and was a lot easier to apply. I just used some NYX glitter glue in one of the tutorials I did using this palette. But Goddess and Bud, the glitter is very rough. It's very chunky. It's a lot thicker than Hybrid. So I'm not a big fan of Goddess and Bud. It's a personal preference with everyone. I just don't like pressed glitters. Another thing I wanted to point out, Acapulco, if you could tell in the up close look at this palette, it is looking like a hot mess. But this one, when I first swatched it and started using this palette, it just felt like a normal, like creamy, you know, not like a cream, but it just felt like a very like metallic soft shadow. But the more I started to use it, I used a brush to apply it with, and I also, you know, was playing around using my finger for application, and it just started turning into kind of like the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. That's that weird squishy squishy texture, and it looks awful. So I'm not sure, like this palette does not claim to have any cream shadows in here, so it looks like a mushy hot mess. I don't know what went wrong. I've actually applied that all over my lid, and I don't know if you can tell. You should be able to tell. Do you see that? It's creasing super bad. So I don't know if I received, you know, an eyeshadow that went bad somehow, or if it's because there is that cannabis sativa oil in these eyeshadows. So I personally think it is a combination of them putting that oil in some of the shades. The mattes blend okay. I did encounter a little bit of issue with Leaf and Natural. So that's the only one. I mean, I've used pretty much almost all of the shimmers except for Exhale and Sativa on the lid, and I haven't had any creasing with the other ones, Haze, Mist, Candyland. So I hope that was just a flaw with Acapulco. Acapulco is a little naughty there. So I mean, is this a palette that I would recommend to everyone to go out and get? Probably not. It may not, again, it may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I really wanted to play with this palette. I really do like Makeup Revolution products. I'm actually wearing the foundation and concealer today, and I could tell you I'm really loving both of them. Hello, I am Jess from the future. So I just wanted to pop on here really quickly and give you guys my thoughts. If this is in fact a dupe for the Smoke Sessions palette from Melt Cosmetics. I do have it right here with me. The circumstances have changed, you know. I purchased this and now it's in my hands now, and I can actually swatch and compare the two. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys the swatches up close really quickly. As you can tell from the swatches, there really isn't any actual dupes. Unfortunately, the Makeup Revolution palette leans more cool toned, and a lot of the greens in here are just not exactly the same. And also the really dark rustic colors like Sour Diesel, Black Widow, Granddaddy in the Melt palette, they're just really unique shades, and I don't really see any exact dupes in here at all, unfortunately. So I can already tell you this is not a dupe for the Melt palette, but if you're wanting something similar, it is an option. This palette here from Melt retails for, I wrote it down, $48. I got it for $30 during their Black Friday sale. I just really wanted this palette. Do you need all of these palettes? Okay, do you? Probably not. But I love eyeshadow, and I really wanted to try Melt Cosmetics. They were on my list of brands I wanted to try for 2019, and I finally got to try them, so I'm super excited about that. This is the only thing that I've sort of played around with. I ordered a bunch of other things as well. Hopefully my Black Friday haul will be up sometime soon. Anyways, so this, I can already tell you, not a dupe for this palette, but let me tell you, the Just My Look palette from ColourPop, there are actually some dupes in here, and I was really blown away. This retails for $12, so it is pretty budget friendly. I love the ColourPop formula. I honestly think that the formula of the ColourPop shadows are way better than Makeup Revolution. I would definitely say there's some amazing dupes in here. I can always put that down in the description box if you guys want to know which ones. But this one from ColourPop, Just My Look, yeah, definitely a dupe. Definitely a dupe. I'm like really shocked, but really impressed. Go ColourPop. Hey, give it a thumbs up. So that's just my quick little information here. I just thought I would let you guys know. I hope that was helpful, like the swatches and everything. And I hope I didn't talk your guys' head off in this review video. But yeah, future Jess over and out. Let's get back to your regular programming. So my final thoughts. I don't think it's a bad palette. There are some things I don't like about it, like the pressed glitters, and Acapulco just kind of went a different direction that I wasn't expecting, but I do think that's because of the cannabis sativa oil. I think that's why it's doing that. That's unfortunate because I don't think that eyeshadow is very usable. I mean, I did apply it all over my lid, but again, it creased on me, so not really liking the formula on that one. But I think it's still a fun palette, and if you don't have something like this in your collection, I think it's something fun to play with. And again, if you want something that was similar to the one from Milk Cosmetics, but you don't want to break your wallet, this is only $15. And again, I would wait for this to probably go on sale if you are interested in getting it. Again, I will link this below in the description box. So I think I've covered everything, the pros, the cons, and yeah, that is everything, you guys. If you guys missed, again, my 3 looks using this palette, definitely check that out. I'll link it below and in the card. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, and I post on Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for updates. All of my links are always below in the description box. As always, that's just how it is. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Remember, smarter beauty is better beauty. Bye, guys.